Good morning from beautiful Bolivar, Ohio. So what is the guy doing outside today? Well, I got another crazy idea. And I have them. I've been getting into some astrophotography lately, and it's pretty cool. Been getting some really nice shots of planets and the moon, and it's a really cool little hobby. One of the issues I'm having is I've got kind of a big scope. It's a Celestron 6SE and its mount and all that stuff, and it's pretty heavy. So setting up every night's really a pain. Um, I could keep doing that, or I could come up with a plan to try and set this thing up once and leave it. Well, it's on a tripod, which is good, but moving around is a pain, like I say. So what I've decided to do is, some guys on YouTube have come up with a way to create a little observatory, build a little observatory, and kind of cheaply. So I don't want to build a big, building out here. So I'm going to build what they call a sky shed. It's a shed where you kind of chop off the roof and you put rollers on it and you just roll the roof back and forth so that you can point your telescope to the night sky. I bought a real cheap, well, relatively speaking, a cheap Rubbermaid resin shed that I can set up in the backyard, and since it's resin plastic, it won't be too tough to modify, so it'll have a rolling top. And I'll show you here where I'm going to put it. So this is my backyard. I'm all the way into the corner at the lot line, and it's a nice area, but I have one issue with putting a permanent mount for my telescope in this backyard. And the issue is, and it's the same with the tripod, the issue is that I need to have a clear line to Polaris, which is in the north. I'm facing north right here, and what do you see? A tree, actually two trees. So when I'm looking up at Polaris to align my scope, Polaris the North Star, it's a little iffy sometimes trying to get it lined up so that the Polaris is visible. So I kind of have to move over a little bit and make sure that I have a clear line, like I say, a clear line to Polaris. And to do that, and to set this mount up permanent, I'm going to have to just be pretty strategic with where I'm going to be putting it. So the shed is going to go where these orange marks are, and I'm going to drill up here. If you can see that orange spot right there, oh, there it is. I'm going to drill up here either right there or slightly over and to the back so that I have that clear line. The pier is going to be maybe like an 8-inch drilled hole filled with concrete and rebar, bring it up above the floor of the shed. And what I'll do is I'll put some anchor bolts in it and make a mount for it with a steel pipe and some plates. So it's got to be put in where it's going to stay, and then I'll have the shed over top of that with the rolling roof, and I can just roll that roof open and have a nice shot at the night sky. And I've had I can get some really good photos of Jupiter and Saturn and the moon, which is usually over in that area. So then I can start doing a better job learning astrophotography with some night sky stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Wish me luck.